Hey guys, and welcome back to Everyday Husband Quotes, the channel for marriage advice, marriage entertainment, and everything else marriage. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. No wonder Rasheeda and Kirk keep getting invited to talk about marriage. Are they the blueprint? Are we watching the same relationship? Carlos King had questions, and honey, along with myself, I'm sure you do too. Here's 3 reasons why the hashtag couple goal is no longer associated with Kirk and Rasheeda. Number 1, Kirk tells Carlos King, "We were the it couple," as in past tense. It was like this for many years, but that was only in Atlanta. We were the it couple. And I didn't hear this until after my infidelity. People were humming talking about if Kirk and Rasheeda can't make it, then I know we can't make it. So we became couple goals for so many people. But when I messed up, a lot of people were sad by the situation, and not only that, they were disappointed in me. I was disappointed in me, Kirk says. And by this time, y'all, some fans had gave up calling Kirk and Rasheeda couple goals. Now, while Kirk was out here feeling disappointed in himself, the outrage from fans intense. Honey, there was smoke in the city, fuming from the comments on social media because they was not here for Kirk and his mess. But then again, there was a switch up, not on Kirk, but on Rasheeda. And even though Rasheeda's fan base despised Kirk, for some reason, they dislike Rasheeda even more. They didn't want Rasheeda to forgive Kirk, and they didn't want her to stay. And honey, all of this, they weren't quiet about it either. Fans wanted Rasheeda to leave Kirk after his betrayal to her. They wanted Rasheeda to know, girl, we got your back. And so to let Rasheeda know how serious they were about their intentions, they dragged Kirk on social media and voiced their public outrage for his betrayal. They talked about Kirk's cheating. And honey, it didn't stop there. When he denied their baby and demanded a DNA test on national TV, the comments became more intense. So during this podcast episode, Carlos King asked Rasheeda, how were you able to deal with your husband having a baby on you? How are you able to be around that for the rest of your life? These 2 questions, y'all, were so important for Carlos to ask. For one, it brought out the humanistic side of Rasheeda. But, Rasheeda said, I had so many conversations with the Lord. It was the Lord himself that pulled me through. But I had the divorce papers sitting right there on my desk. And even though that answer is okay, and we respect that answer, right? Fast forward to present day, her decision back then is having an impact on her present day. Because somebody dropped the ball. Why wasn't that shown on the show? Why didn't the fans see that part of your life, Rasheeda? Now you have fans who have formed their own opinion, an opinion based on what the show didn't air. That's why some fans aren't rocking with them. That's why y'all not couple goals. Yes, Kirk publicly acknowledged his regret, but Rasheeda's response was the one that triggered fans. And this is where things go deep, y'all. When Rasheeda didn't walk away, fans were so disappointed in her. Here they are trying to hold Kirk accountable for actions with public pressure. But Rasheeda chose to stay. Not only that, the show kept giving him screen time without accountability. So for some fans, they felt like their efforts were dismissed altogether. They didn't just want Rasheeda to leave her marriage. No, it was really much deeper than that. They wanted her to choose herself, show face of being an example of an empowered woman. Instead, she became a symbol for women who stay too long. When she forgave Kirk, fans saw themselves in her, and if it wasn't themselves, it was their mother, their sister, or their friend. Reality stars like Rasheeda hold weight in a fan's heart. So many women saw themselves in Rasheeda. That's what made it personal. That's what made it deep. Fans wanted her to break that cycle. Many fans come from communities where infidelity is normalized. Women are expected to endure in order to keep the family together. Keeping the family together is prized over personal peace these days. So when Rasheeda had a platform to model something different, and honey, she didn't, it felt like a missed opportunity to say the least. Like, you can love yourself enough to walk away. She forgave Kirk without holding him publicly accountable, and fans felt hurt. They felt like they were portrayed, and that's called having a parasocial relationship. That's where, even though it's the celeb's life, fans are emotionally attached to the version of a celeb like Rasheeda, and they got attached to that version of her they saw on TV after learning about Kirk's infidelity. Number 2, going back, when Carlos King asked Rasheeda, "How were you able to deal with your husband having a baby on you? How were you able to be around that for the rest of your life?" Rasheeda says, "For real, I prayed and prayed and prayed and asked the Lord to lead me. I will not be led by man or woman. I was led by God. If I have to be dumb for that, then I'll take all those L's. That's fine." Now, y'all, after the dust had settled on that conversation, some respected what Rasheeda had to say. They took it as a spiritual decision, but others didn't. They just wasn't sure. They wasn't sure if this was a spiritual decision or not, leading them to believe, is this about faith or a brand deal? Some fans believe Rasheeda and Kirk's marriage isn't rooted in romance at all. Maybe once upon a time, but not anymore. Fans see straight through them. Fans see brand influencers when it comes to Rasheeda and Kirk, with a strategic plan in mind. Like when Rasheeda's boutique press was featured on the show, that was free promo. When their family restaurant was featured on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, honey, it's still giving free promo. This positions them as influencers. Fans have picked up how calculated they are when they have their fights and their arguments at the focal point of the boutique or the restaurant. But brands who give out brand deals see them as a power couple. Even followers who admire the longevity of their marriage see them as a power couple, even if it's messy, y'all, and they will still support. They support the boutique, and they will still support. They support the restaurant. This is how Kirk and Rasheeda make bank off the show. They have learned to monetize their relationship. It's given turning public pain into promo. That's just enough flicks to stay booked right, to stay busy. But to the other fans, to the ones who were once loyal fans, all of this feels staged. It feels less like love and more like survival with a storyline. Fans are reading between the lines. When Kirk and Rasheeda are invited to talk about their marriage, to talk about their relationship, to talk about their family and overcoming personal struggles on different platforms like Carlos King YouTube channel, many fans view those same struggles that they talking about as unresolved issues, and that there's a cycle that has continued on for years and years, and that's giving unhealthy conversations. And the platform Kirk and Rasheeda have built together has turned into a painful one, literally. Number 3, Carlos King says, in defense to social media saying y'all are not couple goals, what really makes a couple goal? People really haven't seen the work Kirk put in to win back Rasheeda's trust. It was not displayed on the show. Now, Rasheeda says, "I'm not going to throw shade at anybody. I have learned as a cast member. Somebody may think that part of healing is not entertaining enough." When she said that, honey, fans spoke up and they spoke back. The truth is, they said, "We don't necessarily need to see the chaos, Rasheeda. We want to see the depth of your healing, like counseling, living apart. If we don't get that, we check out emotionally." Fans aren't rooting for your breakup. They're rooting for healing. They're rooting for Kirk to be a better man. They are just as engaged in a storyline that shows Rasheeda separating to heal and Kirk doing the hard work of repair. Then, just then, somewhere down the line, they would like to see you two reunited, but with new rules. We need to see that he's a new man, that he's changed, not just y'all new outfits and your new wig. Bottom line is, fans aren't bored with healing. They're bored with fakeness. They're bored of performative healing. They know forgiveness is a process, it's not a shortcut, and they want to see that. Could Rasheeda have forgiven him privately? Absolutely. But when you put your business out to the world, honey, we are invested. Forgiveness is personal. Healing is sacred. But when the harm was public, fans feel like accountability should be public too. When these couples share their relationship on TV, when they share on social media, fans do want you to show us the breakup part. But they don't want you to leave the makeup part out of it. But also show us the steps it took for you to make up, for you to get back to 100. And so the question is, why do couples like Kirk and Rasheeda keep getting the mic? Meanwhile, healthy couples get ignored. Their story gets ignored. Let's talk about it. Drop your thoughts, drop your comments, and don't forget to follow. Follow for more unfiltered culture breakdowns. As always, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. And thanks for watching.